So hello guys, and as you can see, I have nothing left for content, so I will make a videos of Clash Royale cards since I played that game a lot. Okay, so we have to start off with the simple ones. So I will just pick a random card and I will rank it. Let's go off with arrows. Pretty much a decent card, but if you max it out, it's good. But I'm putting it in decent. Okay, next up we got freeze. It's a decent card too. I don't know. Every time I use freeze, I just don't get enough views. Like I freeze, okay, and what? It just isn't that good, but yeah. Okay, and so by the way, before continuing, I want to tell you that this is my opinion on how I like to use those cards. So please don't be triggered by this. So let's go. So the next one is Dark Goblins. It's God. It shoots fast, runs fast, but it's gotta be good. It could be God if he could survive a goddamn log or something, but he has too small HP. He could just literally get killed by Spear Goblins or any other card. But there are some cards that he can counter. So let's go. So the next one is Miner. It's gonna be God tier. I use a Miner and this thing carried me to the Vin. Don't ask. Don't ask. I just have quite on my waist. The Snowball. Another good tier. But I use it, but it just pushbacks and slows down. If it's like a giant skeleton, well, it won't do a lot. Pushback and damage. Don't really know how to counter it. Okay. Now let's go with potion. Don't use. I didn't even know that this existed. Oh yeah, wait. By the way, it needs to be better and needs a nerf. These like cards that I think it's 2p. They are like 2p. But wait, I'm just gonna quickly. Here we go. I just thought if it doesn't need the nerf or stuff, yeah, whatever. Okay, let's start with Graveyard. Like, I don't use this card. Now the Minion Horde. It's a bad tier. It's a bad tier. I know you may ask, why is it a bad tier? 5 elixir, like 6 useless things. Like, bro, the minions are already terrible, but Minion Horde, damn, that's the worst card, I think so, in my opinion. Now we got the Valkyrie. It's a decent card. It doesn't really get a lot of value. Like, it can counter a lot of goblins or skeletons, but the zap and other storage or even a log can do the same thing too. Okay, now Wizard needs to be better. Like, every time I use this is like a very expensive card, plus the damage thing. The Wizard just dies in 2 seconds for me. Sparky. If you defend it well, you know the rest. Destruction and death. This one, it's just bad. Doesn't move, plus you cannot attack. Literally any air defense. Like, bro, like imagine if we place a dragon or something. Bro cannot even shoot a cannonball at him. Inferno Dragon can't even shoot Mega Minion. Really not a good card. You know? No, 9 Valkyrias. It's literally the explanation. 3 useless cards for 9 elixir. Too expensive and they don't get a lot of value. Giant Skeleton. It gets another god here. Yeah, you may ask why a god. If you use a clone on the right spot, like if your clone hit the giant skeleton, the real giant skeleton will just take all the damage, while the clone will be behind him. Once he dies, the clone will die, and there's gonna be like 2 bombs. Those 2 bombs explode and deal a lot of damage. Skeletons. They're a good card. They spawn for 1 elixir, 3 good skeletons. Get through, but it can get countered by any spells. Zap, Tornado, even Rage for some sort of reason. Battle Log, any Spirit's Ice Wizard, Ice, Heal, any other Spirit can counter. Okay, Lumberjack. I will put in I don't use. Never use it. The same thing with this. I don't even know the name. Spirit Goblins. Good. You can attack the air defense and by cloning them. Another god here. Imagine if you can clone the whole skeleton horde. The buff combo, a lot of him. Just put the but if your player doesn't have nothing to counter with it, no spells or stuff, you'll have to waste like a lot of elixir to do it. But it's like a really shit card. Okay, we're gonna go with Rascals now. It's a good tier. I usually use this like trick where I like place the Rascals near the bridge and any dark prints or even a normal prints. I just place them behind it, and their dash just gonna push the boy Rascal there, while the girl Rascal is just gonna keep shooting those slingshot orby things at the tower. Barbarians, another god tier. Hear me out. I actually think that the barbarians are good because I actually really easily counter a lot of cards with barbarians. Don't know luck, but it's a good card for me. Hunter. It's a decent card from near. God. From far range, it's just bad, but by doing those, it's decent. Okay, Tesla. Never used it. Don't care. Now we go to my favorite ones. Skeletons. The skeleton army just guy. I already told you why. Electro Dragon. I don't even own the card. Same thing with him. Mega Knight. Decent. Hog Rider, my favorite one. It's a win condition. It cannot strike down. Plus, it can get disrupted by any building. The buildings that I voted and the buildings that I didn't. So, yeah. It's a good card since it's a win condition. It's nothing good. You can even get countered by Goblin Hunt. Now, minions. The same thing, bad. They're just less minions, and they're still 3 elixir, so that's a lot. Inferno Dragon. So I don't use it. Musketeer. Same thing with 9. It's just a 1 instead of 3. Executioner. It's good. Sure, you can counter any of those low HP cards, but still. Go with Zap. So, for the Zap, it was a good card from like an old age, like from 2016 or something. But now it's a decent card. Now these guys, they're just almost the same thing as skeletons, but just with the armor. So they have more hit points, which makes them good. So I mean, I don't have. They're just like skeletons, but they just cost 2 more elixir, and they're almost like skeletons. They just have a shield that protects them, gives them like a boost protection. So if you max out your fireball and hit them, they will just lose their shields. Now, elite barbarians, barbarage, epic. Now, log eye. Some of the gods here. Look, don't ask. Just don't ask. Okay, now they have this one, the bomb tower. I wish it was better, like Wizard. The front tower decent. The same thing with High Spirit. Look, the bomb tower usually it's a great distraction, and you probably could get 1 or 2 hits, but you can literally get countered by anything. Now, except for those cards with low HP, but still, Mega Knight can counter it. Let's go with Tombstone. I used it once in some areas and then never used it. But in that time, it wasn't good. My, like, small areas. Night Witch. I never used it, and plus the don't use section is just I never owned it, never tried it, or in events, never even decided to pick it. Ignored it and other stuff. These are on the screen. All the things why I just chose this. Now this I never used it, so the same thing. I don't even know his name. Ramrod. It's almost like a hog rider, but it's 5 elixir, and I actually it's kind of good. Now magic archer. It's another good tier because I am not skilled enough to use him. I know there's a trick where you just pull like some of the cards near your like tower, and you will just shoot those enemies, and then hit the tower. It's a good move. Tornado got here, activating your king tower earlier. It's just good. It's good. Rage. It's God too. Skeleton barrel is a good tier. I just barely use it. I actually used it and it kind of snapped the tower down. Now this witch is 5 elixir, but still. This one spawns bats. This one spawns skeletons. Don't own it. Don't care. I never even owned it. Mortarch. It's a good tier. It's a good tier. Reason? If it locks on to your tower, it's kind of good. Plus, if you defend it, oh boy, it's a lot of damage. The evolved ones are just masterpiece. Goblin Gang, another decent card. Usually, it's like three goblins, 3 spare goblins. Now, Goblin Barrel. I use this Goblin Barrel and it's effective. I use Goblin Barrel for like a tower snipe. Once the tower's like busy pushing, I just throw in a Goblin Barrel and he never reacted to it. So the Goblin Barrel just takes the tower and doubly 1 round. Now, let's go to some others. Bandit. You know, look, it's my opinion. Every time I use it, I just reek around those guys. They're not luck, but once I started to upgrade my deck and replace the bandit, oh boy, it kind of went a little bit different. Now Barbarian Hut. It's just terrible. This guy, I wish it was better. Look, opinion and reasons. The damage always there. The HP is low, damage mid. This one, almost the basic concept as this cannon, but it can move, and after being destroyed, it can't, so it's decent. Giant. I remember Giant pushed me to the second arena or stuff, so it deserves a tier of good. Goblin Hut. Oh boy, it's trash. These buildings just doesn't get. This one, I never used it. I never use it. Never use your Royal Giant. Royal recruits are next. Cause here, I mean, it's now we got the knight. Knight. It's good. It dies a lot. This one, I wish it was better. Mega Minion, I wish it was better. Like in the release. This one, Fireball, deserves a god tier. It literally helped me out to defeat and to recurrent poison. No, don't own it. Pekka. I think we barely even got any cards to nerf, so I don't really care for shit. But Pekka, I never used it. Elixir Palm, I just never found a reason to use it. I think it's not really good. Okay, now we got two prints, Dark Prince and the normal Prince. Remember when I said with Rascals, this push where you put Rascals in front and one of those at the back? Yeah, it pushes. But the thing is, it can get really counter good reads. He can place any cards, goblins, and then it can get counter. The person will just look and attack the goblins, leaving the rascal boy behind to walk at this normal pace. But if he doesn't place it, well, you know the rest. It just do damage. Now, Dark Prince. Got here. I mean, it'll help me out. Now, Prince. It's another good card. It's a good card. It's just the problem is its expensiveness. And Fire Spirit. This is, well, no. It's decent. It actually helped me out to get the British man out of the way. Now we got the Barbarian Barrel. It's just a wacky version, but it deserves the same spot as, whoops, mistake. It deserves the same spot as Lot. It's just as a barbarian. So, yeah. Okay, now we got this. Never use it. British man, good. They're like with them. They're with Spirit Goblins. Now, this guy, it just needs to have much lower elixir. Archers. I forgot. I used them at their area 1, but then once I got like musketeer or something, I just replaced it. So I forgot. This one, Battle Ram, decent card. Flying Machine, another decent card. I just like Mirror. It's a good one. It's literally just can mirror any response, and the problem is with it. You know what kind of problem is with it? The problem is with it that it's the same cost, but on the good side, it gives you +1 low to your card. Zappies. I don't know, but it's just a copy of the Sparky. Royal Hogs. I don't know. X-Boat. I don't know. It's another decent card for me. Royal Ghost. God tier. Look, I can't explain. Okay. Now we got Gollum. Wish there was cheaper. One cheaper card. This one. Don't find the reasons to use a balloon. A little bit of a minion nerf. Not a big nerf. Just please make him a little bit slower. Since I just get destroyed by those kids using balloon. I don't know. Maybe I have skill issue. Baby dragon. It's almost like a Inferno dragon, but it just shoots fire and not like a laser type. Huh. Wait, where did I... Okay. I don't... No, it's a decent card. Ice Wizard. The hell is that? I never used it. Bats. Luxury. Pekka. God. Deal. This one. Make it cheaper. 6 elixirs. Like, make it at least 5. Like, I never get enough elixir to use it. I usually got 4 elixir, and then literally someone places hog rider, so I have to counter it. Since my tower's like 2 HP or something. Princess. Let him nerf it. Like, bro, I know it's easy to counter, but at least make the range like a little bit closer. Now, Lava Hound. It's just... Okay, fine. It's okay. Plus the create a ranking of Clash Royale cards. Okay, whatever. So this is my tier list of all the cards. God, it just... I always get the hang of it, and I almost have me to tweak around it. Good. These cards are good with some things. Decent. They're below average. Like, they're good. They're average. But they're not really... I don't really think they're in use. They're like mid. They sometimes die. They sometimes successfully pass. Needs to be better. Like, I just want them to be better. They're like... feel weak. Needs a nerf. Like the balloon deals a lot of damage. Like, I like lose almost to 1 point. Like, my tower's on 2,000 after they placed the balloon. My tower's like on 2 HP. It's like I don't have a lot of cards that with Air Forces, so the Air Force cards are like in handy. Princess. It's just so annoying when she can shoot from the bridge. Like, you know what? I never like have to play some cards. Like, maybe you should make it a little bit weaker. Since my tower loses like, I don't know, like almost like 2, like a lot of HP. Like, she just takes a lot of my tower self. And the bat here, well, they're just terrible. They die instantly without thinking, and they're expensive and useless. I don't use cards. Well, I just don't use them. I never find the choice to use them, or just don't own or other stuff. So yeah. So that's the whole tier list, and I hope to see you later, and bye bye.